Stanza 1. The story of the creation of Adam and of the part played in it by the angels is told by Muhammad in the following terms. When thy Lord said unto the angels, I am going to place a substitute on earth, they said, Wilt thou place there one who will do evil therein and shed blood? We celebrate thy praise and sanctify thee. God answered, Verily, I know that which ye know not. And then he taught Adam the names of all things, and then proposed them to the angels, and said, Declare unto me the names of these things, if ye say truth. They answered, Praise be unto thee. We have no knowledge but what thou teachest us, for thou art knowing and wise. God said, O Adam, tell them their names. And when he had told them their names, God said, Did I not tell you that? I know the secrets of heaven and earth, and know that which ye discover, and that which ye conceal. And when we said unto the angels, Worship Adam, they all worshipped him, except Iblis, who refused, and was puffed up with pride, and became of the number of the unbelievers. Al-Quran, chapter 2. When we use the phrase fallen angel, and we don't mean that the Malaika became jinn. We mean that the jinn were the jinn, and they made their choice to be fallen. But before that, they were, they were more or less perfect. They were among the company of the unfallen angels. So, particularly Iblis was. Tradition has amplified and adorned this story. It is said that the three archangels, Gabriel, Michael, and Israfel, were each in turn ordered to take from the earth 7 handfuls of clay of 3 different colors, red, white, and yellow, that God might create out of it the races of mankind. But each in turn was moved by the earth's prayer that he would not rob her of her substance, and each returned to heaven empty-handed. The 4th time God sent Azrael, the angel of death. He tore the 7 handfuls from the earth, but hearing her lamentations promised her that when man ceased to live, his substance should return to the earth from whence it had been taken. But the clay that Azrael brought him, God molded the figure of a man. And when it was finished, he left it 40 days to dry. The angels came often to gaze upon it, and Iblis, kicking it with his foot, found that it rang hollow. When the figure of clay was dry, God breathed the breath of life into its nostrils and ordered the angels to submit to the man he had created. But Iblis refused, saying that he had been created of pure fire. And, as in not this material fire that waxes and wanes and puts off pollution and stuff, and would not serve a hollow mold of clay, for which reason God cast him out of paradise. The rest of the angels acknowledged the superiority of Adam after God had made him tell them the names of all the creatures of earth, though they had at first protested that it was not seemly that they should bow down to him, for their love of God was greater than his. It is with this legend in his mind that Hafiz speaks of the angels as standing at the tavern's door, where man may enter and receive instruction in God's wisdom, but where they must knock in vain, and as molding a wine cup with the despised clay out of which the human body was molded. I think he means that man himself is the vessel into which divine love and wisdom are poured. And when he says the angels first brought him wine, he means that by their example they showed him what it was to be intoxicated by the contemplation of God. Stanza 3 concerns the forbidden fruit. And Sale says in a note in the 2nd chapter of the Quran, the Muslimin as well as the Christians have different opinions. Some say it was an ear of wheat, some say it to have been a fig tree, and others a vine. There are supposed to be 72 sects in Islam. Many Muslim writers compare them to the 72 branches of the family of Noah after the Babylonian confusion of tongues and the dispersal of the children of Adam. well, 72 sects from Islam and one that is actually part of Islam.